Hi everyone. Are you struggling to connect with your adult child in this ever-changing world? Don't worry, you are definitely not alone in that. I went through that and so many of you have. But in today's video, we're going to uncover some secrets of understanding your adult child's perspective, like maybe never before for you. So stay tuned for some insights that will transform, hopefully, your relationship and strengthen your bond with your adult child. So for those of you that are brand new to my channel, welcome. My name is Sally Harris, and I am a mom who walked this difficult road with my own daughter for over a decade. And when her life spiraled, so did mine. And so welcome. I'm really glad you're here. I want to talk to you about this, understanding our adult child's perspective. Many of us may think that we do, but I want you to think about these points that I have here today. Maybe take some notes, and I would love to hear from you in the show notes comment section about how this has affected you and how it has helped you. So the first thing is I want you to remember is our adult children, our roles are shifting. The expectations have to shift too. And many times we forget that, right? That we know the roles are going to shift because our children are adults. So with that, those relationships are going to naturally evolve as our kids grow into adulthood, right? So it is a transition for both you, right, for us as the parent, and for our adult children. And understanding these shifts are really crucial, right, for both of us. And so most of us don't plan for that, and we didn't shift to begin with. And I can say that for me, definitely, I didn't do a very good job of that. And the next one is independence. I want you to think about the desire for independence maybe that you had when you were younger. Maybe you were 18 plus, or maybe even at the age of your child right now. But there's a lot of autonomy that emerges during young adulthood, especially. And I want you to know it's a normal part of development, and it doesn't necessarily signify a rejection of the parent. Maybe it's frustration on the child's part, if you think about their perspective. And so I want you to think about that. But independence is a huge piece. And we want our kids to be independent, right? So we're raising adults. We're not raising children. We want to raise them into healthy adults. So the next one is respecting their choices. I can't emphasize enough the importance of respecting their choices, even if they differ than what you envision for them or what you had hoped for them. You know, their life path may be different, but it doesn't diminish their worth or their success if it's not what you had planned or thought for them. So that is a big one. And I know a lot of moms that deal with this one. This is a difficult one for many people. For those of you that I have never chatted with before and you want to have a consultation, it's not a coaching call, but it's a consultation so I can share with you more about how I can help you and I can hear more about your situation. You can click the discovery call link below, and that'll be down in the show notes. So the next one is communication. Communication is key. And I can't stress that enough. Open and non-judgmental communication. I want to encourage you to create that safe space where your adult child will feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and feelings without fear of, maybe criticism. And not that we do it intentionally, but some of us do criticize. And I think we need to take a really close look at that. Again, this is from the child's perspective. So another one is empathy, active listening. We always talk about we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, right? And so many of us have such a hard time doing active listening, but it is so significant because we have to be actively listening to try to understand their perspective. They might be telling you, but you're not hearing them. And that's not abnormal at all. And so we want to be able to listen to them without immediately offering solutions or judgments, right? So another one is we want to recognize their experiences. I want to encourage you to do that. I want you to think about the experiences that they've gone through in their life and show that you respect that that's their individual journey, right? Another one is overbearing behavior. That is something that a lot of moms do, and it's because we love our kids. We don't mean to be that way. I know a lot of you have shared that with me, and you're trying to, bring that down a little bit. And so allow your children to make their own decisions, and even if they make mistakes along the way, that is so crucial. But really setting those boundaries, being patient, celebrate some milestones with them. big or small. And I want you to remember to take pride in their accomplishments, because if you're showing pride in their accomplishments, they're probably going to be proud of themselves as well, because they're looking for you. They're looking to see how you react. And, you know, understanding your adult child's perspective, I think really involves a lot of empathy, and that comes natural to some and not to others. But active listening is another good piece. The willingness to adapt. There's a lot of changing dynamics in the relationship, right? As we talked about. And if you address these talking points with your child when you have a chance to converse with them, I think they're going to see that you really are trying to understand their point of view and their perspective. And that goes a long, long way. A long, long way. And out of all of those tips, I would say one of the best, I believe, is active listening. Our kids want to be heard. Our kids want to be heard. And if you're showing them that you care enough to listen, you already have one foot back in the door, right? Because they need to know that you understand and you're going to support them. So it's not always perfect, but these are some great tips, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.